Hi, Jerry Motorman Palladino here. I'm a motor officer instructor here in Central Florida, and I write an article for Full Throttle magazine called Motorman's Tips, Tricks, and Techniques. And of course, I made the Ride Like a Pro series of videos. During the course of this DVD, I'm going to give you all the basic knowledge you'll need to safely learn to ride your motorcycle under controlled conditions. The first thing you need to learn is where the controls are and how to use them. All motorcycles sold in the United States have the controls pretty much standardized. We'll start up here at the handlebars. The lever on the right is the front brake. The front brake puts braking force on the front wheel only and provides at least 70% of your stopping force. Moving down to the left side, you'll find the foot peg and shifter. Depending upon whether you have a 4, 5, or 6-speed transmission, the normal gear selection pattern is 1 down for first, a half step up for neutral, and continue up for second, third, fourth, fifth, or even 6th gear. Now let's start the bike. Turn the key to the on position. Make sure the bike is in neutral by looking for your green neutral warning light. Activate the choke if equipped. Pull in the clutch and hit the starter button. Now it's time to learn to coordinate the clutch and throttle. If you know how to drive a standard shift car, this should come fairly easy to you since the principles are the same. I'm going to assume you've never done this before and show you the easy step-by-step approach. First, start the bike with the clutch in and the transmission in neutral. Make sure the kickstand is up and put the bike in first gear. Hold the throttle steady at about twice idle speed. Then slowly let the clutch out until the bike starts to move. As soon as the bike starts to move, pull the clutch back in and keep the throttle steady. Now let's try making some wide turns. First, we'll turn to the left. Simply turn your head and eyes to the left, and your hands will follow your eyes. Make a few wide circles to the left, and then turn your head and eyes to the right, and do the same thing. Never look at anything you don't want to hit, such as light poles or curbs. Now let's try turning from a stop position. In order to do this properly, you'll be using your head and eyes, the friction zone, and putting a little pressure on the rear brake. Putting pressure on the rear brake at low speeds helps to stabilize the motorcycle. A lot of people have a problem when they're new riders keeping the bike from rolling back when on a hill such as this. There's several things you can do to keep that from happening. If you like to keep your feet flat on the ground, you have no choice but to hold the bike back with the front brake lever. That's no problem at all. As soon as you let the clutch out and the bike starts to move, immediately release that brake lever and take off as you would on flat ground. Go ahead and try it.